SCAKO works. Welcome to the Pokemon Sun and Moon Countdown. Pokemon Yellow Playing Time, Part 1. Welcome to Pokemon Sun and Moon Countdown. I have chose Pokemon Yellow to be the first, mainly because of the 3 stars. Now, this opening right here is obviously the US opening. Right here is all the same, but in the Japanese version, all what you see would be red. Probably why Pikachu's red there, but all the waves, all that would be red. And even the balloons in sky are red. Because the color palette on yellow would be red and yellow, actually, on the Game Boy itself. Anyway, I always loved the opening. And I'm going to go ahead and start the game now, with a new game, of course. That way I can show you all start to finish. I hope you enjoy. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to do a new game. And the reason I'm going to go ahead and do yellow is because you do get the 3 starters on here, instead of just having to pick one. So it's the best way to go through the game without using cheat codes, of course. But I was saying earlier that everything was red. But yeah, everything but Pikachu was red. Pikachu was still yellow and everything. But you have to go through this little speech thing every time you hit a new game. I'm sure if anybody's ever played any Pokemon game, they know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pick a name here. I'm going to do SCAKO for my name. You know, just because it's simple. And for my rival, I figure the fitting name for it, since I am going to upload this to YouTube, or rather I did, I guess depending since you're listening to it now, it's going to be YouTube. I figured that would be a cool little gimmick. And throughout the series, the part 2s and 3s, when you see me battling against some, it'll be, oh wow, he's named YouTube. Especially people who didn't see this part right here. But anyway, like I said, I chose yellow because you do get Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur. Now, starting with Pikachu has its own difficulties, as you will see here later. But as I'm recording this, I only have up to I get Pikachu. I will be going through this and doing narration as I go. So it'll be as much a shock to me as it is you. Now, you go to the PC and make sure you withdraw the potion first thing. Because if you don't do that, you could get in trouble. I mean, I never did with my playthroughs, but I mean, it's very helpful to have it. Just in case you get whooped on the first one and you don't want to lose your first battle where you'll be a level 6. And now here I'm going to go ahead and save it. And then after I save it here, I'm going to go ahead and go to my stats screen. Let's see it here. Now that I've done that, you got to go 2 steps up. And if you go 1 step up, he's not going to appear. For whatever reason it is. I'm guessing because the animation's set up for him to be 1 under you and still in the grass, where you can counter Pikachu. And what happens here, obviously, is he will catch Pikachu, which will eventually be your Pokemon in just a few moments after. I like how the ball is yellow on there when you catch him. Originally, in the red and blue and green, that was not the case. It was just whatever the color was. Yellow in America now, at least. I forget how much coloration is on the Japanese one, but I know like the opening has changed. And I think the game itself inside has changed too, where it's just yellow and red. This is YouTube Grants. It's always cool to name your rival something that can make you laugh. I mean, YouTube's just kind of a neat thing to name them. Just where you'll have, you know, we'll go with the theme. But since it's the countdown, I figure I go ahead and try to play through the whole game here. Now, I apologize because there's no music. There's no music, well, at least from the game. I may add music, person, narration, and all that when I complete it. But I've had issues with recording the music, or having the music of the game on it. They act like I can't do that, even though everybody else can, so that's BS. But you know, maybe one day if I get enough followers and subscribers and all that, maybe they'll allow me to finally do that. I don't know. But anyway, first, you're supposed to get the Pokemon on the disc and all the, you know, normally you get that. Well, since there's only one on here, your rival steals it right there, obviously. And no, the video is not syncing. I just got off track. I apologize. But since he took it, you get the Pikachu that was caught a minute ago. And I chose not to nickname him. I mean, why not? Why nickname him? And then, of course, here you go with your first battle. Depending on which game and, you know, generation, it can differ a little bit in difficulty, but it's pretty much, you know, self-explanatory. It's easy. You can't have problems on certain ones like red and blue. Depending on who you pick, you can have a little bit of a harder time. Which, let's see, I have the potion right here, just in case I need it. But, of course, I recorded the video and this narration separately. But what I'll tell you is, you don't have to have it, apparently. But, or at least I didn't. As you can tell, I'm only down to 14. And he's just about gone. So, I mean, there's no real threat of losing and having to use a potion there. But if you were unlucky enough to where he did do more attacking instead of defense items, defense moves, then you might have a little bit of a problem. And see, there's Tail Whip, which is not going to help that much right now. I mean, depending on your playstyle, it can if you're very tactical. But I am more kind of, I just go after the attack as much as I can. If it is like a rock type, which we'll fight later, I might decide to just go ahead and do some of that defensive moves. But for now, what we're going to do is, you see Pikachu comes out the ball just like the series. So this one's made after the series was introduced. So they tried to make it mimic a little bit more. You know, what if you back it up and see one of the name choices is actually Ash instead of Red. So yeah, I don't know exactly what canon this is going for. But, you know, I don't really care. It's that good of a game where you don't care what canon. I like it a little bit better than Red and Blue. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it for here. And I'm actually at the end of my gameplay recording. This is not going to be part 1. I'm going to go through the first mission and probably go ahead and get that first badge. We'll just have to see how it goes. Alright, here we go. Here we go again. I'll go ahead and go up here. I'm actually live recording this one. So we'll see how it goes. But the first thing you're going to need to do, besides have millions of random battles for some weird reason. It's not weird reason. You kind of got it. But, yeah, what you're going to do is simply battle your way up. Not that much of a big deal. Hopefully this is not as boring as it was a minute ago. I felt a little bit on the boring side. That was too textbooky. But you just come up here, just straight up. Yes, FYI, if you want to beat this game, you can go through this walkthrough and you'll be fine. It's half walkthrough, half playthrough. And of course, they know you're from Pallet Town, and they're going to give you this thing for Oak. There's just Oak's parcel. But you're just going to take that to him. And of course, every once in a while, you can turn around, check on Pikachu, see if he likes you yet. He's slowly warming up to me. I'm going to go this way since this is always the easier way to go. And then, of course, I'll take this detour. As long as you go this way, you won't have as many battles. Now, if you want to have a bunch of battles, don't go that way, because that will definitely cut it down to almost nothing. Of course, you come back up here and talk to old Oak. He'll welcome you back. Thank you for getting this parcel by giving you the Pokedex. Why they have to have a mission to get you the Pokédex, I have no idea. But I guess since, it is technically an RPG, well, it is an RPG, they had to do something at the beginning to reflect that. Some kind of little mini mission. But of course, after all this, yes, I'm skipping all the text. I tried in the beginning just to show all of it, but that's going to make the video so long it's not going to be watchable. Or maybe it will. I mean, if this video gets a lot of views for some weird reason, and people say, no, just slow down where we can read the thing, then yeah, I will slow down. I will gladly. I mean, I'm doing this in just my spare time before I have to go to work. I mean, if it entertains y'all, which I hope it does. Besides just being entertainment, though, it's half meant as a celebration, half meant as a walkthrough, and half meant just to have something of good quality on my channel again. It's been a good little bit since I've uploaded something, so I wanted to have something. And again, I want to stress, I'm sorry about the no music, but that's not in my hands. Every once in a while, you might hear a faint Pika from Pikachu. And I have it muted right now as I'm recording, but every once in a while you'll faintly hear, or maybe loudly, I don't know how loud this will capture now, but since I'm just doing this on the go instead of doing it through what I usually make it with. But anyway, I've missed this program I'm recording with. Let's see. Now what's going to happen is he's going to let you buy. Now, I really should have came up this way a minute ago and showed you. But he was laying down, and really, I believe the actual storyline was he was drunk, and not he needed coffee. But I mean, they kind of wanted to cut that. They didn't want to have alcoholic kind of references in a Pokemon game, or for a kid's game, rather. Is it me, or is Rattata kind of funny colored in that? I don't think it's me. I think he's just funny colored. But, yeah, he teaches you how to catch the Pokemon and whatnot. And a good reminder here would be, since you do have a little bit of money, the best thing to do, especially if you're going legitly and you're not using cheats, is to go ahead, go to the mart, and go ahead and buy. See, you have 3,000 right here, pretty much at the start. 3,175. So what I'm going to do, I will get 10. And that will be enough, hopefully, for a little while. And then, I don't ever get potions, really, on official playthroughs. That's what I'll do, is I know it sounds bad, but I'll just let them get knocked out, usually, if I'm playing legitly. Now, if I get to, like, sorry about that, running the sign. He's drunk, he needs to go home, apparently. That guy's not the only drunk in town. But anyway, what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you what to do up here. Not that difficult. I mean, I have not decided if I'm going to make y'all sit through me doing the level up process, or if I'm just going to go gung-ho and let you see everything, which I think is probably the better approach. What you're going to do is you come up in here, you go here, and as soon as you get in his line of sight, like if you do this, he won't see you. But if you get anywhere closer, he will. We're going to go ahead and battle this guy, just to where y'all can see what he has and what to be prepared for. I mean, it's not going to be nothing huge, nothing too strong. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to battle this one, because if I battle too many, I'm not going to be able to catch nobody right now. I'm going to go ahead and use the old patented Thunder Shock. And see, he's not super strong right now yet. So it's going to be a little difficult with one. And there he's paralyzed. Paralyzing him is definitely a good help on this one. Don't you like it when they get to the very end, if you're not actually trying to catch a Pokemon, if you're fighting a gym leader or a trainer, and they rat there, have that little tidbit left of the red. But I like how Caterpie actually is green now. I don't know what Ratatat's deal was. But yeah. A pretty easy battle here. Even with just one Pokemon. And see, now I'm level 7. So now what you have to do now, if you're a level 7, you really are going to have to start being careful and cautious when you're trying to catch your Pokemon. Really wish I was recording myself as I was playing it. You know, like video, but I'm having difficulties with doing that. I talk with my hands. As I'm sure everybody who's watching my videos, actually watching my videos, would tell you. I really, really talk with my hands. Now, hopefully, this is not a straight knockout. Because it wouldn't hurt to have a Pidgey. See, that is what you want. 100% what you want. Now, when you, on yellow, when you throw the Pokeball, I think it's red and blue too, and green. But pretty sure on yellow, after you throw the Pokeball, just go ahead and hold down and down and A and B, and it will slightly increase the chance. I don't know why I said Y. But I'm not going to nickname any Pokemon whatsoever. Just to keep it as straightforward as I can. And I think after I catch another one or two, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. There, I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but it just did the whole Pika thing. But I'm going to go ahead and try to catch him real quick. And then I'll go ahead and cut this one. My individual clips, I don't want to be too very long. And I'm sure this is probably one of the longest ones right now. You always be careful when you're fighting one, trying to catch one. Try not to get knocked out. And I'm holding the down as A and B, and see, it caught him. I don't know how much it increases, but I mean, I remember Gold and Silver, I think it's supposed to work too. Every time I tried to catch that Magmar boy, woo, I held that down A and B as hard as I could. If you could break the buttons by holding them down hard, I'm sure I would have. But what we're going to do is I'm going to hit save on it. Do a quick little save. As I always do. And go ahead and go to the SCAKO thing. Well, actually, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you. This is who we have right now. This is our team. Pikachu, Pidgey, and Caterpie. And I'm going to go to SCAKO, which that's how I'm going to end every little segment. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this here. Alright. And we're going to start the very last little section of this walkthrough here for this video. I'm going to go ahead and level up just a little bit more. Just to kind of fill out the video a little bit here. We'll have, as you should notice, unless I've had to cut it recently, upload, this should still have all the music and sound effects in it, behind me talking. It's critical. I mean, he's not going to be able to knock me out very easily. And then we're going to go heal. Because, I mean, we're getting to that point. Let's go down here and heal. And if we wanted to, we might have one more little battle. Pidgey will be okay. As long as it's like, okay, well, it's not a Pidgey, so we might not be as okay now. But it might be alright. You don't always want to push too hard, because you can end up getting knocked out. I mean, if you get knocked out, you sometimes kill, which is a problem. You see, I didn't there. That was pretty good luck there. And after that, we're just going to go straight on. So Pikachu's thinking ahead of time here. He's not too happy. Still not too happy. It'll probably be about the time we get him up to the level of fighting the first gym leader that he'll actually start being happy, I think. I didn't actually, every time I played through, I didn't really check every 5 seconds to see how he was. Because, I mean, back then, before this, I mean, there was no... They didn't have modes before this game, and he was all one hat. here. Here we go. Dee 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 doo dee. And there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of there. And if you hear anything in the background, I apologize. But besides the music, of course, hopefully it's still there. We'll go back up here, and I'll get him up here. I think what we're gonna do focus on next time, and since we didn't get the badge this time, I'm gonna go ahead and save it right here. Alright, and to close, before we close, we'll look and see, not our Pokedex, our Pokemon. This is our team right here. Alright, but hey, till next one, guys, have a good, see you later. Here are our websites. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, have a good one, and see you later.